Imagine an animal that looks like a cross between a giraffe and a zebra, but lives in the dense forests of Central Africa and has remained elusive for so long that it is legendary. Meet the okapi, a creature called the African unicorn, because of its rarity and mystical aura. How is it possible that the world learned about the okapi only at the beginning of the 20th century? At the moment, there are very few videos of this animal in the wild. Why? You'll find out in a moment. Interesting fact, the okapi is actually the closest modern relative of the giraffe. Despite having striped legs like a zebra, the upi and giraffe share a common ancestor that existed more than 10–12 million years ago. This branch of evolution is one of the most mysterious in the mammalian world. Before the official discovery by scientists in 1901, local Congolese tribes talked about the ati, a strange animal, that European travelers compared to the African unicorn. Due to the inaccessible jungle, the ati remained at the level of myths for a long time. Some hunters believed that this forest spirit could disappear into the shadows of the trees when pursued. But when scientists finally received the skin and skull from local tribes, it turned out that it was a real animal species, unknown to science. That's how the world discovered the trenches. General characteristics and biology. When did it appear? The evolution of the okapi is believed to be linked to a common ancestor with the giraffe that existed more than 10 million years ago. In isolated areas of Central Africa, the okapi developed its unique features, where it lives. The range is limited to the tropical forests of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, in particular, the region around the Congo River. The animal prefers dense and humid forests where it is easy to hide among the vegetation. Appearance size, height at the withers, 1.5 to 1.7 miles, 4.9, 5.6 ft. Body length, 2.0, 2.2 miles, 6.6, 7.2 ft. Weight 200 to 300 kilo, 440, 660 delabita. Coloration. Most of the body is chestnut brown. The hind legs are covered with white horizontal stripes, like a zebra. A long tongue, up to 35 cm, which is used to tear off leaves and can even clean the eyes. Lifestyle, habits, and habits. Solitary lifestyle. The okapi is predominantly solitary. Males and females keep separate, meeting only during the breeding season. Territory markings. The male marks the area with urine and glandular secretions on the feet. Feeding habits. Eats leaves, buds, shoots, and rarely fruits. Its long tongue helps it to grasp even tall branches. Resting. Often stands motionless in the shade of dense bushes. Coloration helps to camouflage from predators. Communication, quiet, smacking sound, especially between a female and a cub. Outwardly, it is a relatively silent animal. An interesting fact, baby foxes can spend the first weeks of their lives lying and hiding almost all the time so as not to attract the attention of predators. Anatomical features and abilities related to the giraffe. Special horns in males, although they are much smaller than in giraffes. Striped hind color, a unique camouflage that breaks the animal's silhouette in dense thickets. For cubs, it helps them follow their mother, focusing on contrasting stripes. Wide hooves, adapted to the wet soil of forests. They have a strong grip that prevents slipping in the mud. Long tongue. In addition to feeding, the animal can lick its own eyelids and nostrils, which is an excellent device for hygiene in dense vegetation. A real danger to humans. The okapi is not a predator, so it poses no direct threat to humans. Cautious and shy. The animal tries to run away at the slightest noise. Cases of aggression. Very rare. If an okapi is cornered or disturbed by a female with a cub, it may respond with a hoof or try to bite. But these are rather exceptions. Danger to livestock? It is minimal. Okapi eats vegetation and does not conflict with the farmer's animals. Interesting fact, you still have to look for okapi in the wild to see them, because they are skillful at hiding. As a rule, tourists and scientists can spend hours combing the forest before they notice tracks or hear a soft sound. Historical and cultural aspects. Local tribes. In some groups of peoples of the Congolese basin, the okapi is remembered as a sacred animal, a symbol of the peace of the forest. There have long been taboos against killing it unless absolutely necessary. Discovery by science. Sir Harry Johnston officially introduced the okapi to the West in the early 1900s, when he brought a skin to the British Museum. Subsequent expeditions confirmed the existence of the zebra giraffe in the heart of Africa. The myth of the African unicorn. Because of the papillae horns of males and the mystery of their existence in the forests, the okapi was called the unicorn of the Congo. European hunters attributed to it a mystical ability to avoid traps. Interaction with the ecosystem, role in the environment. Okapi feeds on certain types of plants, spreads seeds in the jungle through feces, and thus contributes to forest restoration. Population status. The species is threatened by poaching and deforestation. The okapi is officially considered endangered by the IUCN. Conservation efforts. The Okapi Wildlife Reserve has been established in the region to protect the animals from illegal hunting and support research into their habits. The okapi is a living mystery of the African forests, a relative of the giraffe and the owner of striped legs that confuse observers. Despite its peaceful nature, this species needs our attention, as the rate of deforestation in Congo puts it in great danger. So if you have ever dreamed of seeing an okapi live, remember, every preserved patch of rainforest brings this chance closer. Let us know in the comments whether this giraffe in stripes impresses you. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss new stories from the wild.